Okay, so go ahead and open up to this page that we put inside our notebook today. We are going to be, like I said today, applying the formulas that we discovered today as a class to find the area or perimeter for the rectangles that are inside these word problems. Okay? All right, so I'm going to do the top one here for Mrs. Patton. This one up here is the one I'm going to do with you. And then this one down here you're going to do on your own for your log tonight. Okay. Mrs. Patton is cutting paper for her bulletin board. The board is 84 inches long by 48 inches wide. How many square inches of paper does she need? So since this is a word problem that goes with area and perimeter, there are some key words. So I'm going to circle and underline, as you should as well, what is important. Okay, obviously the dimensions of our board are important. It says long, wide. So the numbers that are in front of that, like 48 inches, is for the wide, which would be width, okay? So I'm going to underline that. And then the number that is in front of the word long for 84 inches is for the length, since long is length, okay? Then it says how many square inches of paper does she need? The word square that is in front of the measurement for the measurement of inches, the word square tells us that we are doing area. Okay, since we use the word square inside of our answer for area. Okay, all right, so first I'm going to draw a picture to visualize what is happening here. So I'm going to draw my rectangle. And since it's 84 inches long, that's quite a bit longer. It should be about double, actually, almost double in length of my width. Okay, so I'm going to draw a longer length there, and it's 84 inches. And I have a width of 48 inches. And then I'm going to go ahead and make the rest of my rectangle. Okay. So what's happening inside my inside of my picture, I am going to kind of show what is happening in the word problem. So it says that she's cutting paper for the bulletin board. The board is 84 inches long by 48 inches wide. How many square inches of paper does she need? So square inches is how much space is on the inside, and we know that that's our area. Okay. All right, so our formula, I'm going to pull up my answer tab. Our formula for area is length times width. So now I'm going to plug in my numbers for those different variables in my formula in order to figure out how many square inches the paper needs to be. Sorry, ladies and gents. Okay, so it says 84 inches for the length, so I put that in place of my L, times 48 for my width. Okay, now obviously that's 2-digit times 2-digit, something we've learned. So I am going to go ahead and do distributive property in order to solve this. I'm going to switch to a different color pen here. So I'm going to split up my numbers to show the different values of each number. Okay, so I have 80 plus 4 and 40 plus 8. And I'm going to make sure I multiply each of the pieces together. So I'm going to start with 80 times 40. 8 times 4 is 32. I had 2 zeros behind, so I'm looking at 3,200. Then I'm going to do 80 times 8. Well, 8 times 8 is 64. 1 zero behind, so 1 zero behind there. Now I'm going to do 4 times 40. Well, 4 times 4 is 16. 1 zero my problem, 1 zero behind 16. And last, do 4 times 8. And 4 times 8, as we solved up here, is 32. As you can see as I was writing that, again, I'm reviewing with you that you would want to line up your places when you go to add all those up to find the final product. So the ones place gives me a 2, the tens place gives me 13, the 100s place gives me 10, and the thousands place gives me 4. So I'm looking at 4,032 for the answer to 84 times 48, which tells me for my area, I have 4,032 square inches that my paper needs to cover. So the bulletin board is going to be 4,032 square inches. It's going to cover that much of the wall. It's quite a lot. So I'm going to go ahead and write that in here. Look at that. 4,032 square inches. Okay, so as you can see, the flaps go back down. I have my word problem up here. I underlined my key numbers, circled my key words like long meant length, wide meant width. Square inches told me that I'm doing area. Okay? All right, I'm going to go ahead and get you started on this bottom one because it's probably going to be a perimeter and with some key words. That's the whole point of the video, is to teach you, get ready for tomorrow. Okay? So, all right, read along with me as I read this word problem. Mrs. Patton is putting border around a bulletin board. The border is 84 inches long by 48 inches wide. How many inches of border does she need? All right, key word first and foremost that is in the first sentence is the word around. We know that around tells us we're doing perimeter. Okay. Now, 84 inches long is my width. 48 inches wide is my width. How many inches? As you can see, it only says inches. There's no square inches, which means no area. Of border, and border is another key word. If you're doing border, you're going around an object. Okay? How much border does she need? So, what I'd like for you to do is draw your picture, and you'll have to discuss it with someone tomorrow. Draw your picture for what's going on in the word problem. Then over here, you're going to write your formula down. And we've learned that there's a few that you could use. So you can flip back to yesterday. So you want your formula, plug in your numbers for your variables, and solve for perimeter. So on your log, I'm looking for an extra one here, and I found it. Monday night, if you're watching this video, you're circling yes, of course. One sentence of what you learned. So really think about, ladies and gents, what is it that you learned that was new from this video? And it could be some of those key words. And then the math problem from the video. This is going to be where the answer for the perimeter will go. What did you find for the perimeter?